All right, let's talk Doritos. My name's Greg. You're watching How to Play Paintball. All right, so I know it's been a while for this to come along, and I apologize for that. I am going to be doing a snake video as well, so be on the lookout for that. But the Doritos are what I play. The Doritos side is what I play with the ML Kings in the Pro NXL. So this is something that I like being on my feet. I mean, snake is fun, but I also like being on my feet. So anyways, I wanted to give you a couple tips on things that when you are playing the Dorito that are kind of exclusive to the Dorito side. So first things first, let's look at the actual shape of the Dorito. So the Dorito itself has that kind of it's a triangle basically. So what you want to make sure that you're doing is that when you're setting up on the bunker that you're tilting your hopper in, so that way you're not showing any extra. When you have an Aztec or something else, you can kind of keep it more like that rather than having to tuck that hopper in. Because of the shape of this bunker, if I come out like this, I'm going to be showing all of my hopper, instead of if I turn it a little bit, I'm going to be showing less of my body. Whenever we do snap shooting drills or anything like that, I mean, you want to be helping out your the person that you're snapping with to make sure that they're not showing too much, because as you get higher up in the ranks, their shots are going to be more and more accurate. And of course, once you get to pro, it just gets even worse from there. So you want to make sure that you are being as tight as possible. Now, with the Dorito, something that you want to make sure that you're doing is you're always ready to make that move. With the Dorito side, a lot of it is because you are on your feet when you shoot, and if I'm looking down tape, and once I get dominance down tape, I'm going to want to wrap. Now that's something that I used to make a big mistake with. I guess I still can make it sometimes, but you want to make sure that, let's say if this was the inside of the field here, if I'm coming around, I want to make sure that there isn't a guy just waiting for me to move. Now, if he's waiting for me, it might seem like I have the move to the next bunker, and that's not the case. They're actually trying to bait me into going, thinking that I have enough freedom to move from one bunker to the next. So we actually do that on the Kings. We have a code for that to try to get someone to think that they have the move, when in fact we have someone waiting for them. So to avoid that, when you're playing, you want to be looking and wrapping, which is where you shoot, and then you're going to be looking around your bunker to make sure that you are protected. So the other way that you can check off, let's say that you have people shooting at you or whatever, is if they put you in, it's called rolling off. So let's say I'm snapping and they put me in. What I can do is actually pull my shoulder back a little bit, and see if I can do it this way. I don't want to knock over the mic. I can pull my shoulder back and still be protected and be shooting into the next spot where I think they're going to be going to. This is something that Alex Spence on Damage actually used to do to me a lot when I was learning, coming up when I was playing semi-pro at the time, where I thought that I had the move when in fact he was letting me think that I had the move, and he was rolling off. So he would be tucked in and then be pulling off like that and shooting in front of where I was going to be going. So it's something that it's a good trick, to be honest, and it's something that is very, very useful in paintball. So that's one thing. So if they put you in, it's not necessarily a bad thing if you kind of roll off and are shooting in front of where they're trying to get to, especially when you've walked the field and you know this is a really important bunker that they're going to try to get to, that we need to keep them out of. It's a way to make them think that they have that freedom when in fact they don't. The next thing is, let's say that you're getting shot at and you're not really sure where that paint is coming from. Something that you can do is literally you get down on the ground, and I think I've shown you this before in another video, where you get down all the way on the ground and you peek your head out, so that way most of the paint is going to be coming in this region right here. Most people are, even if you're crouched, your head is going to be from here, maybe down here. It's never going to be way down at the bottom of the bunker. And this is something that you can use to your advantage. It's something I've literally done this, where I lay down and I peek my head out, because I'm trying to see where's that paint coming from, and maybe I can see a move or something like that, because if I just have my head in the bunker, I'm useless to my team. So if I'm trying to be, like I usually play more of like a front Dorito with the ML Kings, I need to be the one that's the aggressor, especially as the front player. I need to make sure that I am constantly pushing up the field. So with that, you can do this with really any bunker. The only one that might be a little bit of a problem is a can or a cake, just because like the bunker goes straight down. But even with those, you can get down low and peek out the very bottom part of the bunker and most of the paint's coming here, so it's going to go over the top of your head. You'll be able to peek out real quick, see, okay, there's a guy here, here, and here. All right, now I can talk to my teammates. Okay, guys, this is what I'm seeing, whatever. Can someone put this guy in? And then that allows me to be able to go. So the other thing with it's really any front position is that you always want to be on the attack. This is something that you want to make sure that you are constantly pushing. You're the one that is to be the one that is causing all the havoc and wreaking all the havoc with the other team, essentially. You want to be up in their face. Technically, as a front player, you're really not supposed to live the whole game. You're supposed to get up there, shoot one, and maybe take one with you. So like you go and you bunker them, and if they trade with you, you did your job. You killed 2 guys. Now your teammates need to be cleaning it up. So if you are playing more of a front Dorito spot, you really want to play the aggressor. Now, the caveat with that is there is always field layouts where the Dorito side maybe is more of a hold spot. Same thing happens on Snake side, where you really just need to get into a spot and hold the tape. And if that's the case, that's the case. But as a front player, usually you're the one that needs to be up and in their face. So something else with, honestly, it's really with any bunker, but especially with the Dorito side, a lot of times you're going to be on your feet. That's the good thing with the Dorito side. You don't have to be like laying down in the dirt. But something that, let's say that I'm trying to get out this way to the other Dorito, you want to make sure that your inside knee is the one that's up. If I'm taking a knee, I want to make sure that my inside knee is the one that's up, because it's going to be easier to launch that way off that inside leg. If this leg is the one, and I'm trying to go this way, if this leg is the one that is up, I have to kind of step over my leg. It's not going to be as fluid, especially if I need to stay tight and then dive right away. So that way I can just kind of launch off my leg and dive, rather than having to take 2 or 3 steps to dive into the next bunker. So that's something that you want to make sure that you're incorporating, because honestly, paintball is a game of inches, and if you give someone just that little bit, they're going to end up taking that from you. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope that this video helps you guys out. If you have any other questions about the Dorito side, put them down in the comments down below. Be sure to click like and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that little bell button so that way you're notified whenever I put up new videos, which are every week. So please make sure that you are subscribed, and as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.